My name is Squint and I'm from Palo Alto, California. I am a creative director, photographer, storyteller, and ultimately I build brands. I grew up just exposed to a lot of things like classical music, jazz, hip hop, like if I were to define like what I am and who I am, like I'm a man of the people, like I'm really big on love. I think that's like the biggest important, like best currency in this world. I won't be at work, like I'm very like chill, down to earth, but when it comes down to it, like I will not allow anyone to like outwork me in my craft. I study like cinematography and film, cinematography and photography at the Academy of Art, but I had like a lot of different challenges, and then like shortly after that my father like passed, so like I was forced to kind of like leave school to be able to take care of my family.
What inspired you to like just keep on going, not giving up?
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward.
Yeah. So it was really hard on our family just making these adjustments. So I said I didn't want to shoot. What's the point, And then I heard him getting ready to go to the Olympics. He's like, man, I gotta keep fighting. I don't know why, but I lost my father, but I gotta keep fighting. And like that, hearing that, I didn't even know what he looked like. I just heard that, and from there we just like got really close. Well, I met Andre about like 10 years ago. Andre Ward 10 years ago, and so with him, he's like we started working from a business relationship, and it just developed this great friendship, and he's one of my best friends. So like just that kind of chemistry that we have is just incredible to be able to tell his story. And the last day that I worked any corporate job before I started working full-time for myself and building my company, it was the anniversary of my dad's passing, and then the next day I started shooting him at his fight like 10 years ago, so we've just built a really good friendship and brotherhood, and he's one of my best friends. I think he's just a man of integrity. He's shown me like not to respond to certain things that don't matter, and even when people say things, they're going to change their opinion because they're just trying to figure their own life out, Well, right now we're second day of camp for the big fight of him versus Kovalev in Vegas on the 19th. For me, like I'm the creative director, so I do like content, visuals, and also just being a right hand while he's in camp, making sure things go smooth. And I run like a lot of the creative elements for like product. A lot of people think that I just like do photography and cinematography, but I actually do like branding. So I learned like marketing, I eventually like went to PR, and from PR I started to understand branding. And the cool thing is, like I would pitch to like these cool companies and say, this is amazing, but it's impossible to carry out that narrative. I'm like, no, I actually shoot. And I'm showing them like commercials that I've done. I'm showing them like the work that I've done. To give you a little insight on like what Silicon Valley is you have guys that are extremely experienced and amazing at what they do, and we come together when we just develop like a company that helps impact really the world. That's what Trilicon has like provided for me, like that brotherhood of people that actually really care for the well-being of each other, and they're all selfless. Like there's not a selfish guy in the group. Everyone wants to see each other win more than anything. Beyond like Andre, like I've worked with a lot of different prominent athletes, which is really cool, and building the same kind of rapport with them and creating their narratives. And I work with a lot of different people from, Steph Curry, Frank Gore, Marshawn Lynch, and a lot of not just in football, NBA, but also like entertainers as well. So it's been really cool to actually have like that exclusive access to build with them, tell their narrative, and just create amazing content, memorable historical content. Like I remember as a kid, like I have a list of like celebrities that I wanted to work with, and I actually like shot all those people on the list, with exception like Will Smith and like Denzel Washington. And then I have like a bunch of different documentary pieces that I'm going to be doing, which I'm excited about doing that. And then I plan on doing like a book this year, within 2017, another book. Because I have so much content that it's like almost like, what do you do? So I want to start pinpointing more of like the gallery showings and books and having more of substance to it. I'm all over the place, but the best for me, I love to bring work to the Bay Area just because it's so diverse, and like this is where I'm established, so I have a lot of traction here. But being in Silicon Valley, like we kind of import, I'd say like it's the center of the world because we have everything here.
Piece of advice you would give to like aspiring like photographers or just creatives?
I would just say do what you love to do. You know, don't do it because you're in need of money, and don't do it because you know, everyone else is doing it. Like, be passionate about it. Like, meditate and dwell on like the idea of you succeeding in it. You know, and there are gonna be those moments when it sucks, when you hate it. But this is my plan A. I didn't have any plan B, and I knew this is what I was gonna do for the rest of my life.